I haven't talked to him about who we cast for.
That's the movie that
that's
you
the one
are
I'm
doing right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because we're on night shoots. It's messing me up. Senora Gloria Garayua. Gloria Garayua. I hear you.
Oh,
I hear it right there.
Yeah. Are you starting?
Yeah, we're on.
Oh.
We're recording. We've been trying to get this going for like
how much have you heard?
Months. No, I know. I'll let me see. Let me turn one of them down.
Okay. Yeah, but that's because you're so popular and you're seeing so many people.
You know, we're just filling out these days, Gloria.
It was hard to get in.
No, it wasn't.
I'm glad that my friendship stands for something. I can get an hour with Rick.
How have you been?
I've been good, actually. We were talking before the microphones turned off. We were talking about the fact that I've been slow lately as an actress.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it. One, because I'm getting older and I trust that. I trust myself. I trust that the system
Your
works.
abilities.
But I also know how the world works in Hollywood. So I'm like, okay, something will come around. And we all have our lulls. So this is my lull. But I have been doing voiceovers lately. So it's not like I've been doing
But
nothing.
your slow is not like everybody else is slow.
I'm active in auditions.
Yeah.
I just haven't gotten any of those auditions. But what's interesting is you mentioned reinventing yourself earlier. And it's interesting because I think maybe it's about time for that to happen as well. Thinking of cutting my hair a little shorter and
honestly, like a
that.
lot of it is how it makes you feel. Like, like when you have something different, like that almost makes you feel like liberated. You walk around different, like in the world different. You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody that I have in a class that I go to, and she just cut her hair off and it's short, and she's never had it. She's like, I was like, have you ever heard this short? And she's like, yeah, when I was young, she's like, I was in college and she's Indian, and she's like, my father went crazy because it was a weird thing. He said I looked like a boy, and I was like, how do you feel now? She's like, I almost feel like I'm that age again, like my adolescent energy. And I'm like, really? And it's almost like it connects you to a different version of yourself, if that makes any sense.
Because you're working from the inside out.
Yeah.
I cut my hair short in 2012.
Maybe you'll teleport back to 2012.
And I remember feeling lighter.
Yeah.
Right?
How short?
Probably to my shoulders.
It's gotta be a big deal for a woman, right? Like,
oh yeah, because that's like 5 inches,
like
that's
we don't.
lot.
For dudes, we don't really think about it. We're just like,
But then what's interesting, like when you're doing your hair and you're putting it up in a ponytail, and the ponytail is just a nub.
It's a little like.
And when you shake your head, it hardly moves, right?
Yeah, I see those girls working out sometimes with a little palm tree on the top of their head.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But long hair is youthful and a sign of fertility. And I'm like, I'll just keep it a little longer.
That makes sense. A sign of fertility.
It's an asset too. Like they like to see the length of your hair, the color of your hair,
That's
the texture of your hair. It sends a message, right? So cutting it would make me a different type. So I just have to be ready for that. But the style that I'm thinking of, I think would make me more of a powerhouse. And
do it.
I'm ready for that, because not that I'm going to tell you my age, but I feel like I'm ready for that, and I'm comfortable in my own skin. Yeah. And I can be that powerhouse.
It's also a different time for women in film and television. I feel like,
that's true. I mean, with everything that's been happening lately
I just feel like for the opportunities that are available now for women in television and film, now it's based off of like who's bad, like who's good. You know what I mean? Like bad isn't good. Like who's a badass actress, not who looks between the ages of 25 and 32. You know what I mean? Like,
I agree with that actually, and
how many good women do you see on TV now that are like, they're like over 40, between 40 and 60 or whatever.
It's becoming more accepted to have an older actress, but what hasn't changed is that you still have to look good. Yeah. And I have to say that there are some actresses that I wouldn't consider the classic beauty, and they are just pushing down barriers. So I'm not going to name them, but but I'm like, oh, okay, they're out there and they're being the powerhouses and they look how they look. Yeah. So it's opening up for
I think a lot
us
of
regular folks.
Like, I was talking to somebody about it this morning, my buddy. He's kind of like new in the industry and stuff, and I was just like, a lot of it is just like accepting your fucking ability to like own your space. You know what I mean? And not having the perceptions of thoughts or whatever of people around you like, affect that light that you're emitting, if that makes any sense.
Oh, totally.
Like a lot of times you feel like when you walk into a room and you're automatically, your light gets dimmed because you're like, oh, who are these people? You know what I mean? Instead of just being like, what the fuck is up?
Letting your light shine bright and owning the space. Yeah. I teach that. I teach that. I'm
beautiful. Yeah, of course.
Acting teacher. Yeah.
That's got to help your craft a lot too, right?
Yeah, can you believe it that I actually feel like I'm a better actress now that I teach, just because I'm constantly talking about the same vocabulary and teaching others how to attack a script. So I'm constantly saying it and reminding myself the journey, the process of creating a character. So that's been amazing for me as a artist. But it's also allowed me to see that I'm good at other things. So
you're killing it as a teacher. Like all your students are booking.
Well, I finally got smart and decided to post about it, because it used to be very private for me. Because as an actress that was successful in the past, I hated when other teachers took credit for my success. So I swore I would never do that to a student.
They're like, we're the reason why you booked that.
And it happened all the time. And I thought, well, I got this job. Right? So I thought,
you were part of the journey.
Right. And you still have to acknowledge your teachers, right? Because they're part of your journey. But teachers would say, she comes to our school, we're the reason. And I just got sick of that. So I swore I would never do that. So when my students succeeded, I'd give them a high five, congratulate them, and I'd move on. But lately, my students are booking huge roles. And I get proud and happy. And I want to post about it because I'm excited.
Mainly kids, right?
I enjoy more working with kids than I do working with adults. Kids are very open to receiving information, and they let go of their choices very easily. They don't hang on to them the way adults tend to.
They're still playing pretend.
Yeah, and I love that.
They're not working, quote unquote. You know what I mean? They're not like, I'm developing a character. They're like, I'm playing.
It's innocent and sweet, and they're very open to taking direction.
My whole thing is getting back to that place. Like getting back, because that's my infinite self, like that. Because the child's inhibitions are removed, or they don't really give a fuck. Have you ever seen like a little girl, she's like, it's got a belly, she's like 4 years old, she'll let her fucking belly hang out.
That was me in college. I remember seeing pictures in an old photo album when I went home for Christmas, and I took a picture of myself in this little half top shirt that matched the upholstery of this hotel that I was in, because I was on tour. And
doing a play?
Yeah, I mean, I was still in college, but it was summer, and I went to Texas to do like an improv thing. Anyway, so I remember taking this picture, and I thought, oh, how gross, I matched the upholstery, but that's clearly why I took the picture. Anyway, I was wearing a half top, and I had a gut. I mean, but at the time, I didn't know I had a gut. I just thought I felt sexy.
Exactly.
I felt confident.
But that's sexy in itself in a lot of ways. You know what I mean? Like when
I'm not doing that today, though. Sorry, I've been eating a little too much lately.
She's like, listen, I
yeah,
had Pizza Mart earlier. No, it's that's sexy in itself too. Like people just owning. I see that a lot. I see that a lot, like in men and women. I see it a lot. I think women find it more attractive in men than they even realize it.
What, showing off? Like showing skin?
No. I just mean like
confidence.
That confidence.
Oh, heck yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's the asset of man. That's why they say like women fall in love with what they hear and men fall in love with what they see. And that's why men are liars.
That's so true.
Men are liars and women wear makeup. You know?
Like I did today.
Yeah, exactly. But that's what it is, you know? It's like, that's kind of the weird thing. And the guys use that confidence. I see it all the time. Use the confidence to like almost like manipulate or ninja his way in.
Wow.
If that makes any sense.
You know, you got me thinking about the whole half top thing. I actually told myself that come my birthday in October, I'd be in shape so I can wear that half top. So now I'm saying it publicly so I can hold myself accountable.
It's super easier than you think.
I imagine.
It is.
But I need to make some changes. Lately, I don't know if I told you, but I joined the TV Academy, which is really exciting.
What do you mean?
It's the Emmys. It's
the Academy.
It's the Academy that nominates Emmys and all that. So I finally qualified. You have to have so many credits, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I always see that when people were like, I qualified. I'm like, how the fuck
did
you guys get qualified?
Well, I qualified years ago and I didn't freaking know it because nobody helps you in this industry. Nobody holds your hand and say, you do qualify for this, go check it out. And I just was brainstorming one day and thinking, who's nominating people? I want to be nominated for something. So I just looked into it and I realized I could be part of this. But anyway, I've been attending a lot of screenings lately, which is awesome.
Yeah.
But
so you get to see all the cool shit that comes out.
But part of that, what comes with that is a reception afterwards sometimes. And I've been eating like crazy because I've been enjoying. So
they always have good food, the Academy.
They do, but it's about the choices you make, damn it.
It is. Yeah, and this is, they were like, what are you going to eat? I'm like, they're like, we have sweet potato tacos. I'm like, let's do that. Sweet potato tacos.
You're
works.
good.
Yeah.
When I just see food someone else cooked.
Yeah.
So I'm just going for it.
Which one's the best tasting?
Oh man.
You can't go based off
I went
of
to
that.
a thing yesterday and I had sliders. I had empanadas.
But how did you feel after? You probably don't even realize.
I actually felt fine.
You
but I work out every day.
You think you do. Honestly, I thought I was fine. I was working out every day too. I was working out 5 days a week when you met me.
Oh, but you're saying you feel better now because you've made changes?
You don't realize like we almost become numb to certain pains and certain aches and certain discomforts and certain things in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I get that. You think something's normal when
yeah,
it
yeah,
shouldn't be.
exactly. Like, you know, I always used to get food comas all the goddamn time. I need to take a nap all the time. Or I was sweating nonstop all the time. And I'm like, what was all that? And now that never happens anymore.
What was going on?
I was just eating like shit. I don't know. Like,
Okay. I don't overly sweat. Food comas, yeah, if I eat a lot, sure, yeah.
Or like carbs.
Yeah.
Sugar kills me. Sugar kills me.
We can talk about fitness if you want and
Yeah.
diet. I don't mind that.
No, we can just talk about. We're talking, Gloria.
We're just talking.
We're gonna go
I
down
love
rabbit
that.
holes.
I
Yeah.
love fitness. I mean, I do work out every day, and actually lately I've been doing videos.
But I mean, like, I make whatever works for you. Like,
Yeah, because I get it done. So like if
Yeah.
I'm working at my office, I just
Yeah.
quickly put on a video and YouTube or something like that.
Yeah.
And I hit it hard for 30, 40 minutes, and then
all
I'm
you need.
shower back in my desk in like
Yeah.
less than an hour.
Do you get
so.
like cabin fever, like working?
Yeah, sometimes I make myself go for a walk, or I make myself go to the gym, even though I may have already worked out at home, just
Yeah.
because I need to change the environment.
Yeah.
The other day, I actually walked around the lake, and
That's nice, actually.
it was very
Balboa
nice.
Lake? Or which
Yeah,
one?
yeah.
I like that lake. It's nice.
It was so nice, just smelling fresh air and seeing the ducks and the geese and seeing new people. Today I went to Silver Lake and someone was jogging and stopped to say good morning to me, and I thought, God, that's nice.
It is nice.
Why aren't we saying hello to each other anymore?
We don't.
No, I actually have been doing that lately.
I've said good morning to people and they've straight up ignored me.
Oh.
And I'm like, okay.
Did you let it affect you, or did you just kind of
Kind of. I was
shook
like,
it off and moved on?
now that I'm thinking about it, I think it did affect me.
You felt ignored, or?
I mean, I felt like I almost, you know, how sometimes like you don't even think it affects me. I'm like, man, fuck that person. But in a way, that's a reaction out of me. You know what I mean? Like getting almost angry, letting that person get to me. Like maybe they're just having a bad day. Maybe their fucking dog died. I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. You can't make it personal.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can't. Four Agreements. Have you read that book?
No, I know. 4 Elements, isn't it? Or is it 4 Agreements? I know the book. I know
Gloria.
the cover.
Guys, come on, man.
Okay, I'm gonna read it. Don't worry. But
She's not gonna read it.
I've read the 5 Love Languages, and that's a great book.
Ooh, what are they? They're touch. I mean, sorry, touch.
Yeah,
I'm
physical
thinking,
touch is one of
Oh
them.
yeah. It's. I'm thinking like 5 senses. Physical
okay.
touch, gifts.
Yes.
Do
Do you want me to make you struggle, or should I help you out here?
help me out here.
Words of affirmation.
Oh yeah, words of affirmation.
Acts of service. And quality time.
What are yours?
They've changed.
They do
and
change.
that's good because we need to evolve as
I
human
feel like
beings.
they change
so
every day for me.
Oh, that's
No,
too much.
yeah,
I'm like, have some consistency. It used to be gifts and acts of service because I used to give gifts. I think the way you give love is how you identify the love you receive. But now it's words of affirmation. I like when people say nice things to me.
Yeah, like that guy said good morning, and that felt nice.
Yeah, that felt very good.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And acts of service, I would
Yeah.
say. Acts of service and words of affirmation. What about you?
I think it's acts of service and touch.
Okay.
Yeah, because I do shit too. I'll be like, what's wrong with your house? Let me fix it.
Oh, that's
You know what I-
nice.
you know what
Yeah,
I
I
mean?
just
Like-
realized how handy you were because you told me that
Yeah.
you basically created this place.
Yeah,
It's amazing.
It's well, the thing is, like, you also realize like all those crafts are gone. Essentially, like, think about how many
Like
people.
carpentry?
Yeah, people don't know how to do that shit no more.
Well, because they stopped teaching it in schools, like
Maybe.
wood shop.
Maybe it's people don't want to do shit anymore and they want to be behind computers all day.
Well, because life has changed. Yeah.
Yeah.
But we still have carpentry, obviously.
We do,
but it's not as
There's a deficit.
dominant as it used to be. Well, same thing with women, right? There was a home ec back in
Yeah,
the
yeah,
day,
yeah.
and now people don't know how to cook.
That's true.
I
I know how to cook. I know how to sew. What's up, girl? What are you bringing to the table?
Oh my God, right?
You know?
What can you do for
Yeah.
me?
Yeah.
I'm not doing it all.
Exactly.
Sometimes I feel like I do it all too, and
Yeah.
it's frustrating. You want a partner that can contribute, but you'll find the right person, Rick. Don't worry.
Yeah, for real. She's out there somewhere.
Yes.
I'm not worried
just have
about
to
her.
Believe.
I'm still young.
Um,
Yeah, but like, I don't know. Like, I feel like a lot of, I don't know, in any career really, but when you try to do anything, like I feel like throughout this whole journey, especially in acting, it's like this crazy spiritual journey, like that you end up going to. Like, I think it's just pursuing any kind of professional, anything that's difficult to attain, right, and mastering that. But I think this, as far as acting, is even more of a spiritual journey because it's so much of human psychology and behavior and like.
well, you in particular have just gone through a change.
Oh, I know, yeah, I know.
So when we worked together, it was what, 2014?
Yeah, we did I Am Gangster.
Yes.
Available on
and
Amazon.
You were amazing, and I played your wife.
Yeah.
Yes, and then the kid that played our son was one of my
One of your
students.
students.
Yeah.
Oh, did you coach him for that?
No,
That would've
it
been
was
so
just a
fucking funny.
coincidence. It's
Yeah.
great.
You're like,
I
"Hey,
love when
Kyle."
that happens.
Kyle,
and
right?
Yes, right, yeah.
Kyle Villalobos.
Yes, that's
Yeah.
right. And one of the things that I love is that a lot of kids have kept me in their life, whether it's whether it's like coaching them or just staying in touch, and that's nice.
But think
when
about
you
some
have
of your
that connection.
teachers. I'm sure you have that too to some of your
Yeah,
teachers.
I mean, I just had breakfast with my old college professor today, and I
Yeah.
have a few other professors that I stay in touch with because these people touch our lives and they're important to us. And
now you're that person.
So now I'm that person. And sometimes it makes me feel old, but I'm like, I'm not old.
Yeah, I'm just kind of growing up.
Yeah, I just, I recently heard that if you can bend over and touch the floor with your palms,
I can do that.
You have a 20-year-old body.
Woo! But I'm doing yoga once a week.
Me too. I actually do it every day.
Every day?
20 minutes. Well, because I wake up very stiff.
Me too.
You do?
I'm crickly and crackly.
I think it's because we're both very physical people.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not athletic, but I take dance class 4 days a week. People don't know that about me, and people need to know because I don't pursue dance as a career, but
Interesting.
I take jazz 4 days a week, and then I salsa whenever I go out.
But
you knew that about me. I love salsa music, but
I didn't know
I haven't been out
jazz.
salsa dancing in a while because pilot season was busy for me as far as auditions.
Yeah.
I didn't book anything, but anyway, and then now I'm slammed with my kids.
That makes two of us.
Oh, really?
Well, pilot season was crazy for everybody.
Good,
this
I'm
year,
happy
I guess.
for you,
but it's still like.
But you've been booking lately.
Yeah. Lately, it's been kind of crazy.
Yeah,
a lot of bills are getting paid, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, I'm proud of you.
We're keeping
That's
the lights
great.
on here at Curious Radio.
Good. And the life of an actor, you have to be able to accept the slow times because
the lulls.
Yeah, because the busy times will come. And then my big thing is when the busy times come, are you going to be ready?
Yeah.
Right? Because
Preparing.
a lot of people waste their slow time not
Bitching.
training or reading or preparing in any which way. And then the moment comes and they've rusted up. And it doesn't take long to rust up.
No.
So
it's a muscle. I'm at the class that I go to. She's like, it's literally neural pathways in your brain, and if you're not being creative, like that's the problem. Like when I say people get hardened by life, it's like you start to engage in like adult-like behavior. Like instead of playing, you're working out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And before you were just fucking playing, and instead of like doing this, I gotta pay these bills, and you're not. I don't know, like you're working so much more on your analytical side than you are on your creative side in your day-to-day life. Mm-hmm. And when you're acting or when you're doing whatever artistic facet, really, if it's painting, if it's whatever the fuck it is, if you're not doing it every day.
You know what I learned? I know this sounds so structured and A type, but I learned to schedule fun.
It's good to
because
schedule
it
fun.
forces me to remember to make time for
A?
it. I think I am a type A, but I was never the kind of person who scheduled fun. I would just have fun. But now I'm like, I have so many responsibilities that if I want to have fun, I have to make time for it. Yeah. So I'll schedule a block of just time for me.
Yeah.
And then I choose to do whatever that is. Maybe I'm just working out, or maybe I go to a movie, or maybe I'm
drinking tea.
Or wine, which is my thing. I love wine.
Or wine.
Yes. Everyone knows that about me. I love wine. I'm going to Temecula this weekend.
You've been out there a couple times.
No. Well, I've posted a little bit about wine tastings because I love wine tastings, but I haven't been to Temecula ever. So.
I've gotten smashed at some wine tastings.
Oh, well, good.
They're like, are you supposed to? They're like, spit it out. I'm like, nah, man, this is good wine.
I know. Why do people have a bucket there? No, thanks.
Know.
I'm not spitting.
But then at the end of the day, I'm fucking hammered. I'm like, hey, man.
Yeah, wine makes me sleepy. That's for sure. Wine. I have my limit. 2 wine tastings, meaning 2 flights, is too much for me.
2 flights? What do you mean?
So a flight has about 5 or 6 wines.
Yeah.
So that should be enough.
Like,
but if I have 2, I'm over the top. So.
But it's a little bit they pour in each one.
Yeah, but then you make friends with the bartender, and then they tend to give you more. And then you if you're smart and you just stay there a little bit and you're having fun with your friend talking, you're gonna keep drinking. So.
Well. And it's kind of a self-fulfilling cycle because the more you drink, the more you talk, the more you talk, the more you drink.
Oh my God. The other day, I don't know what got into me. I started crying. Not that anything was wrong.
At a wine tasting?
But I had my second flight. And I just got emotional because I was thinking about my dad. My dad passed away.
Oh, no,
but that was a long time ago. So, but I guess the emotion is still locked in there.
100%.
And she brought up her dad. And so it brought up all this crap for me. And so I said to her, girl, how we ended up crying at this wine tasting? She's like, you crying.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're not crying. I was so tipsy that I thought we were both, I was just hallucinating.
Yeah.
I thought we were both crying. I'm like, I'm alone in this.
That's so embarrassing. How are we crying? She's like,
she left me to my own devices.
You're crying by yourself. I would have lied to you. I would have felt bad. I'd be like, yeah.
Because you're a good friend.
Yeah. I know, for real.
I need new friends in my life. I love these director chairs, by the way.
I know they're pretty good,
like
right?
a director right now.
Yeah. A lot of it. I've gotten drunk and cried at bars many of times.
You have?
Hell yeah.
It takes a real man to admit that.
Oh, I cry hard all the time.
I'm very proud of you.
Yeah, it's not scary.
Do you want to talk about it?
Sure.
What's
No,
going
I'm
on?
just kidding, I'm
Okay.
just kidding.
Hey, I saw on your Instagram you booked NCIS. Was that recently?
Yeah, I did that maybe like a month ago.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, I did that show too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I worked
Todd
with
and Chris.
no,
AKA.
oh yes, I was just gonna say Cool J, but I forgot your name's Chris.
Yeah, no,
or
it's
Todd.
Yeah,
the other guy's Chris.
Yeah, Chris O'Donnell. Yeah, yeah. It's it was cool. It was cool. I don't know. It was a season finale, so we'll see what happens. We're like in limbo for season 10. I don't know if they're gonna go back. If they are, we're like.
Are you recurring?
I don't know. Maybe.
Possibly.
We'll
yeah,
see.
you never know. Things turn into
none of us.
things.
The episode didn't really end. It was kind of a cliffhanger. So,
oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's really
and it's
good.
the end of the season, but it's also contract renegotiation. So.
Well, last year I went to London to do something.
What'd you do?
And it was called Bounty Hunters, and the production company's in London. We filmed in Spain. I've never traveled internationally for work. Well, that's not true. I did once again.
Yeah.
The Good Doctor. I did that in Vancouver.
Oh, nice.
But my point is that the Bounty Hunters got picked up for season 2,
Ooh.
and I thought, great, they'll call me, and they didn't call me. So you never know.
God damn it.
But then again,
but it's usually,
on the flip side,
it's usually
sometimes
when you like bank in on it. That's always my
yes,
tell.
because I was playing Rosie Perez's sister, so because she's the lead in that show,
I
thought,
totally see that.
Yeah,
I'm
Puerto Rican from the Bronx, so I could do the
course.
accent real good, you know.
They're like, this is fucking Rosie's sister if we've ever seen it.
And when I go to New York, I come back to LA with the accent because my girlfriends have it.
Yeah.
So I tone it down here in LA unless I need it. Unless I'm excited. If I'm excited about something, it just naturally comes out.
That's your not love language. What does it say? Your heart language.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. New Yorican.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
You grew up in New York?
Grew up in New York. I go there every year just to visit because my family's still there. But last time I went, I had a hard time. It was 15 degrees, and I've just gotten used to LA for too long. I've been here 15 years. Can you believe it? Well, you were born and raised here.
Yeah, I was born and raised.
But yeah, 15 degrees.
Been here 30 years.
I mean,
yeah.
You're the baby. 15 years went by like this because every day is a beautiful day in LA, right? We don't really have. We have subtle seasons, but we really don't have a New York season.
We have forced, but I think that's a big reason why people aren't humble out here because they need to get their ass humbled by some winter.
Oh, that's a good point.
Shoveling
I had my
your own
ass
fucking
kicked
driveway,
in New York.
like you also like neighborhood camaraderie. Like you guys got to go through shit together.
Yeah, and you're always surrounded by people. In LA, you live in a bubble because you're in your car most of the day or home alone. You and I both work from home. So, but in New York, you're on the subway or you're on the street. Or
and But here you're driving. That's why I'm like a big proponent of getting a nice car. I'm like, drive a nice car.
because you spend so much of your time in it. Absolutely.
You know, if I go to Beverly Hills from here, it's gonna take me, depending on what time, 35 to 45 minutes each way.
You're right. Yeah.
It's 2 hours.
So you want to
2 hours out of the
vehicle.
day.
Yeah,
and then
of course.
I'm gonna probably get some coffee before that. So it's gonna be another 15 minutes that way. And, and
make your coffee at home. I mean, start saving some money, and then you make it your way.
I spend
like
$300 on coffee a month.
You calculated coffee?
Oh, hell yeah.
The only way I would get to that point is if, I was going to say, like, you must know that you're spending a lot of money, so therefore you sit down to calculate it. But
it tells me, it sends me emails talking shit like, hey, bro, you're spending a lot of money on coffee. But it's because a lot of my meetings are at coffee shops.
You, Rick, you know you need help.
For real. But it's because, it's another thing, too, like to get me to leave my work. You know what I mean? Like I go to a coffee shop and then I
go because this is where you work. So you get out to go get coffee. I just get cabin fever
or go do whatever. I'm all around here in North Hollywood and So
run your errands.
That's what I do.
I saw 2 celebrities today running errands.
Yeah, what were you? So where'd you go eat breakfast with your teacher?
Lemuel Coffee in Silver Lake, and now everyone's gonna go to Lemuel Coffee in Silver Lake. It was very cool, but I saw the woman. Her first name's Catherine. I don't remember her last name, but she's on Transparent. She plays the female rabbi. Have you seen that show?
No, I haven't seen it, but it's I know what show it is. It's the homeboy,
Jeffrey
Tambor.
Yes, it's his show.
He plays,
but not anymore. Not in the next season.
Oh yeah, what happened?
It
was like some movement, right?
The Me Too movement. Yeah, called him out on that. So
you know what's crazy? Every set that I've gone on now since then, there's like a fucking talk before everything happens, like where everybody's like, "All right, everybody. This is a production meeting. Just want you to know that if you ever feel harassed," which I'm glad it's happening, but I'm just kind of like, whoa, like.
Because we're there now.
Because I'm living in it. You know, everybody in the outside world sees it.
It didn't have to be said before, but now it has to be said.
But it's also like, these are headlines, but we work in the environment, if that makes any sense. Like, everybody's, the whole world's looking at Hollywood, like, what the fuck's going on over there? And I'm over here like, I'm just going to work. I'm doing a commercial today. And then I'm like, oh shit, that's right. I end up working in the place where people try to fuck each other for roles or do whatever, like, you know, casting. Oh God, it's so weird. Such a weird. But I feel like that happens in every industry.
Well, you know, I also want to give credit where it's due. Like years ago, I played a prostitute. It was my first and only prostitute role on Anger Management. And I remember...
Charlie Sheen, Anger Management?
Yes.
Nice.
I was dressed like a prostitute. Yeah. And the AD took all of us aside because there were several prostitutes on the set that day. And he took us aside and said...
Hey, hookers, come here.
He was way kinder than that. That was my point. He wanted us to feel safe. So he was like, if any... You know, because you're dressed this way, people might... misread you, but they all should be professional. But if anyone makes you feel uncomfortable, please let me know. And I thought, that's cool. Why am I too loud?
We just don't want to peek.
Damn Puerto Ricans. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's good. I'm
yeah. So anyway.
But that's good. And that was a while ago, so it wasn't like.
Yeah. So you know.
But that's a smart AD.
They were looking out for us. That was a smart AD. You're right.
A lot of AD. What's the life? Is that? I don't know if it's true. I always see that the life expectancy, the average life of an AD is 53 years old.
I don't know this. I don't know the answer.
Did they die like really from like heart attacks or whatever?
Because of all the stress?
They're so stressed. Assistant directors, all they do on set is yell everybody to get on time. And nobody's ever on time.
I know. Everyone else is super casual
so imagine your fucking life. Your job is to make sure everybody goes fast and nobody ever goes fast.
I know. That's stressful. I don't think I want that job.
Fuck no.
I mean, I'm already stressed enough as an actor because what we do is emotional and people think it's easy, but it's exhausting, you know? And I mean, I love what I do, but like on How to Get Away with Murder. Do you remember I was on that show? I did 9 episodes, and so
that was cool. See, that's what I'm saying. Like your lows, that wasn't that too long ago.
No, that wasn't too long ago. But I haven't acted in a few months, so for me that's too much. But I'm just accepting it because I'm like, this is my lull. I claim it. I'm okay with it because this is not going to last forever. Yeah. And
especially with the opportunities that are available now. You know what I mean? Like you already have. You've been at this for so long. It's not like this is the end. It's like, okay, cool. Like whatever. It is what it is. I'm just going to be in it. How was that whole experience?
I loved it. But what I was going to say about that is we had long days and I didn't have a lot of emotional stuff. I was a detective. So it's not like a lot of the other roles that I've played that have to cry. Yeah. So this time I wasn't crying. I was on top of it, right? You know what I mean?
You're good at that.
But the days were long.
The crying. She's got that shit down, yo.
I teach crying too.
She'll make
so
you cry.
If you need to learn how to cry. But a lot of it has to do with the mood I'm in. You know what I mean? Yeah. So some days are harder than others and some days I have to force myself to connect emotionally because I'm just having a good day. Yeah. I'm like, I don't want to cry right now. Yeah. I want to do more comedy because I want to feel good more often.
That's the hard part too, right? Not like getting lost in your own work, because sometimes you got to deal with some crazy characters. Like look at Heath Ledger, motherfucker died. You know what I mean? Like playing the Joker. Like some people just jump in 2 feet in, and it eats them alive. You know,
you really need to know how to take an escape. It's hard though because it depends on the role you're playing. Like an escape might hurt your performance. Yeah. You might want to stay in as long as possible. Yeah. But I'm okay checking out on most things because I can go back to the hotel or my house and be me again know I can access that character tomorrow. Plus I need sleep.
It's an avenue of you.
One of those people
that's why I'm like
sleeps.
Daniel Day-Lewis. He does like all this stuff. I'm like, damn, that's got to be a fucking rough life. That dude walks around as Abraham Lincoln for fucking a year.
Yeah, that's crazy. And it gives method actors a bad rep because I do method sometimes. Yeah. It depends on the role. I mean, as an actor, you need to have several tools in your toolbox.
Whatever gets you there.
Sometimes you have to connect in a different way.
Yeah.
So yeah, I've done it sometimes, but I don't do it that often. It just depends on the role and how heavy it is. So I get that.
But there's also like a happy in between. Like recently I've been working on something too, and it's a film, and I'm like playing this drug addict, and I find myself just smoking cigarettes or doing something that I don't regularly do. You know what I mean?
So on set, do they make you smoke real cigarettes or
No. It's me personally doing it, like
it.
just to kind of get in my own head. I'm listening to different music. I don't know, because I've done a lot of drugs before. Okay. So like I understand the kind of the mindset that I'm in.
So you needed to go back there for just a second?
I don't even know. I think I was just doing it subconsciously. I wasn't even realizing that I was doing it. And then I was like,
you know that happens with actors. They get a role and they get immersed in it, and it starts to have a residual effect on their daily lives and daily interactions.
It happened before I started. Like as soon as they told me the part, and I'm like, cool, I know this character.
As long as you're aware of it and you can control it, because you don't want it to go out of hand, depending on the interaction you're supposed to be having. Yeah,
I'm not gonna be doing drugs, but it's just even getting in that mindset, and people on set were like, dude, are you all right? I'm like, I'm not really high, bro, because this guy's like an Oxycontin like addict or whatever, and I'm like, I don't know, it's weird though. It's weird. You kind of started like, it's also like when you put something on. I don't know if you've played detectives. When you put a detective outfit on, you start walking different. You start talking different. Oh my gosh,
a blazer makes you feel so different, right? A pantsuit or even shoes, right?
100%. That's why I don't know. I there's beauty in this journey. That's why I'm so obsessed with it. That's why I'm so obsessed with talking to artists, because we get to just uncover this fucking endless well.
You know what's interesting is, as artists, we not everyone, because some people are just creative all day long, but I'm not that kind of person. I feel like I'm well balanced brain wise. I feel like I have a very logical side, an analytical side, and then I have a very creative side. So I need the balance, and I'm also a Libra, so I need that balance in my life. So I don't have
Birthday's
to be
coming up, right?
What?
Birthday's coming up.
Oh
right?
no, October, so it's still a ways away, but.
I thought it was before. I thought it was August.
So I need some responsibility in addition to playtime. I can't do all of one.
Have you always been like that? Like when you were a kid, or you were like the serious kid too, and you also played?
Part of that was, upbringing. You're Latino, you get it. Like a lot of that was like, you have to do well in school. But every kid wants to play. And then later on, I had the experience of actually doing well in school and actually liking it. So that's when I became very academic.
Women are better at school, I feel like, overall. I don't know. I just feel like they're better at listening.
I don't know. I need evidence.
I don't know. There's got to be some statistic out there. I'm hiring somebody soon, I promise. And they're going to be a computer person. I'm just going to be like, hey, can you look up some stats?
Yeah,
validate my point.
To do that
live. Just pop up cool. Here. Doing it before I hit episode 100. This is episode 60, I think. 59? I'm not sure. One of the two.
Oh, how nice. Are you keeping track of your episodes? That's smart.
We just keep going.
You have to choose your guest carefully for the 100th.
Yeah.
Maybe you should bring back your first guest. Who was your first guest?
I started the podcast with two other people. I've been figuring this shit out. So it's kind of like, it's kind of been like really what it's become is like a thought experiment where I'm like, I'm just going to bring on people and we're all on the same journey of trying to become the best versions of ourselves. And we're going to talk about what that's been like. And
you're very spiritual lately. I don't think we would have had this conversation 2 years ago or 3 years ago.
Oh, no, for sure.
You went through some kind of evolution. Or
that's weird, huh?
No, I think it's beautiful. But I think it's also important. Everybody needs to go through something.
Yeah.
Hopefully not traumatic. But
it happens like at 27.
Evolves you.
Yeah, I was just drinking a lot. I just wasn't living right, I don't think. I wasn't empathetic. I wasn't like... I was operating from a place of like a chip on my shoulder, like you know what I mean. Like
I'm going through something like that too, but it's because I have a big birthday coming up this year. So shut up, no one's talking about it anymore. Yeah, but I'm going through it. Like, is this it for life? Is this what's happening?
Yeah, and it never is.
No, of course not. There's always
but that means
more.
You're asking the right question.
Yeah. Well, I want to direct. I want to do more things.
Yeah.
I want to be an actress as long as I can, but I want to do other things as well. Teaching is fun, and I get enjoyment out of it. Did I tell you that one of my kids booked the title role? So there's a Disney movie coming out. Well, it'll be a while before it comes out. It's filming right now. It's called Kim Possible, and it's based on the cartoon.
Kim Possible is huge.
Well, I coached the girl that booked Kim Possible.
No.
So, and that's the first student I've ever had that has booked a title role. So I'm telling people because I'm proud. I'm excited, and
you booked Kim Possible. That's huge.
Yeah, well, she booked Kim Possible, but
that's what I'm saying.
Guided,
but I'm
saying,
yeah. Of course, you've helped this. But I'm saying, like,
it's just cool, right? Like,
that's huge.
That's exciting. So I guess I'm being one of those teachers now, but I'm not taking the credit for it. I'm saying how cool it is.
No, it's cool. I always look at it also like when somebody near you is doing it. I always look at it like I feel like we're all one big mass.
The energy's around you.
Yeah, it's all here, and it's like that's really close to me. So that just means that it's just getting closer. It's getting closer.
We're all one job away from being a household name, right?
That's true. Yeah,
just gotta remember that.
But I even feel like in life, like I've been thinking about like a car. Like I want to buy a Alfa Romeo, and I'm like,
my friend just bought a car like that, and it had a red leather interior, and it's
beautiful, right? Mm-hmm. Beautiful. I know.
I was just in this car 2 days ago.
It's fucking amazing. I'm like,
good.
this is.
What made you want to buy that?
So I was doing yoga, and that was
the yoga. Enlightened.
Yeah, no. I got out, and it was I was sitting in my car, like, oh my god, I almost died. It's Bikram yoga, so like,
Oh, I've never done that.
Yo.
That's like the LA thing to do.
It's hard. It's hard.
I do yoga every day. I don't want to be in heat doing it too.
It's hard. But it's like a meditative thing. Because like you have to be so in the fucking moment. You can't think about anything else. I'm just going to think about this breath. Think about this pose. Because if not, I'm going to pass out.
And that's hardcore because it's about an hour.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. It's 90 minutes. So it's an hour and a half. So you're in there and it's like
my jaw just dropped.
Yeah, and it's $110 or 110 degrees. Okay. Like the in there.
$110 is too much for you.
No, 110 degrees in there, and you're like, man. But I was sitting in my car after class. I was like, fuck. And there was a beautiful car parked next to me. I'm like, damn, that car is nice. And it was somebody from yoga, and they walked out, and I was like, damn, that's nice. So I started looking it up, and as I'm driving, I'm seeing all these Alfa Romeos on the road now, and it's popping up on my
manifest
Instagram.
it.
So I'm saying, and in a way, it's almost like you start to create it. In this virtual reality existence that we're living in.
I had never even heard of that car. And I asked my friend, what made you choose this car? And her and her man are really into cars. But she was saying that they just had a whole new reinvention, like a new publicity thing. Yeah. And so people are becoming more aware of it.
Yeah, I love it. It's Italian.
I hope you get it.
I will.
You will get it.
I will soon. But the thing is, again, because you spend so much fucking time in your car in LA. I don't know.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, you mentioned that earlier. Yeah. So you're going to get a new car and it's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. I love it. I don't know, like what keeps you motivated, like to keep
Honestly,
pushing?
I think it's the students that I have because when I see how good they are at such a young age, knowing what they want to do, because I do have a lot of students that are great actors.
Yeah, they're booking big ass jobs like Kim Possible.
Yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah, and did you see A Wrinkle in Time?
No,
the Oprah Winfrey. And
yeah.
Okay, I'm watching this movie and I'm like, I know that boy. I know this boy. That boy only came to me once for coaching. Guess what he came to me for coaching on?
For that
A
film.
Wrinkle in Time. And he booked it. But they didn't tell me. The team didn't tell me.
Why didn't they come back to you?
I've been asking myself the same question. So most people can't wait to call their acting coach. And so I don't know what happened there. But I was very proud of him. And then I got proud of myself because I was like, I helped him.
Yeah.
I coached him for that job.
Those choices were cool. Thought out.
Yes. He was very good. I enjoyed that movie.
Oprah's in it?
Oprah's in it. And so is
She's
Reese
a phenomenal
Witherspoon.
actress.
Oh, yeah.
Oprah gets down.
And she's the queen of manifesting.
Yeah, she is. Yo, but she's next level. I'm just like, that's a fucking light. Have you seen her building?
She's president 2020, isn't she?
You think so? Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. I would not be surprised. I'd vote for her over a lot of the goddamn candidates that we've had. But that's just me.
I think she said she wasn't going to run. But that was the big...
That's a smart move.
That was the big talk of the town.
You're a billionaire. You're Oprah. It's like, she's like, fuck that. That sounds awful.
Do you know Cynthia Nixon is running for governor of New York, the woman from Sex and the City, simply to prove that anyone can run for governor. And you know what? She's actually quite smart and has a lot of ideas because I heard an interview that she did and it sounds to me like she'd be qualified.
Yeah. No, I'm not saying... I just mean, it's a hard job. Like...
Yeah. But
if I was Oprah and I'm a billionaire and I can do whatever the fuck I want, I'm not going to go and be the president.
But you know what I think is awesome is that you were talking about reinventing yourself. You can have more than one career in one life, right? True. And as an artist, you can be multifaceted. So, you do this, you do acting, you do music.
Yeah.
So
no, I'm not saying I would. I'm just saying as far as the president, I just think it's an impossible job. I don't think anyone's meant to.
A huge job.
I just don't think it's possible for one person. I think it should be a fucking board of people.
Well, it is. The president has a cabinet.
Yeah, but I mean, like, they all have an equal voice. He's a theatrical or she's a theatrical public figure who comes and reports to you shitty news. And they're just really kind of a puppeteer in reality. And I don't know. I just feel like there's a better way to do this. We just get a board of experts, like the best e-commerce guy, the best recycling guy, or the best.
Rick, maybe this is your new assignment in life.
All right,
reinvent the Constitution and the form of democracy.
Well, look, we're following old ass shit that they wrote with feathers when there weren't cars around. And black people were enslaved.
Stephen Colbert just made a joke about the Constitution. He's like, we all know it's a user's manual. No one reads beyond we are the people.
It's true.
I'm like, that's funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the only reason there's so much attention to it now is because I think we're all in a hot mess and we know it.
Because we know it's broken.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, wait, this is a popularity contest?
I've never been so into politics now.
Yeah, me neither.
This is the first time I actually watch the news because I'm nervous and I want to make sure we're going to be okay every day. And every day things get a little crazy.
They
so
do.
I have to take breaks from watching the news sometimes.
I don't watch the news, period.
That's what helps you stay positive because you're not allowing all this negativity into your life.
But I used to do that when like the whole Syria thing first started happening. I remember I would be on. I deleted my Facebook from my phone. I deleted my Snapchat from my phone. I deleted my Twitter from my phone.
When did you do this recently?
Maybe like 3-4 months ago.
And you haven't put it back?
Mm-mm.
I have to tell you something. I took Facebook off my phone, but then I put it back shortly after because I missed contacting certain friends.
Yeah.
And I only have them through Facebook.
Yeah.
I'm one of those people who says, I'm going to delete it, and then I don't freaking do it.
FOMO, fear of missing out. I did it, and I remember I would spend like every morning. It was good. It served me at the time because I was going through like this empathetic rebirth of myself. And I was like looking at these fucking videos, and I'm just crying every morning about people getting bombed and little kids getting murdered and all this shit.
Well,
and
you worked on your empathy.
I did.
Didn't you say that that's something you wanted to work on?
It
so
was,
maybe that was your journey.
It was, but I'm just saying I can't do that anymore. That shit hurts now.
Are
like,
you happy with yourself
I'm
now?
all good on feeling other people's pain. Now I'm like the best way to fix the world is to fix myself.
Probably made you a better actor.
Oh, for sure,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think to be able to have that vulnerability, and just be like, fuck it, like I'm just gonna feel
That's
what
important.
I feel.
You can't be an actor if you're not empathetic. You have to be
Yeah.
able to feel for others. Absolutely.
That's where the place where it comes from, empathetic imagination.
Yeah.
You know, you got to be able to understand it. But that's the place that I'm studying at. That's like the big thing they push.
So why do you do your podcast at night?
Just because the juices flow better at night mentally
For you.
for everybody.
I'm surprised I'm doing well.
Really?
Yeah. I tend to shut down pretty early. And you know what I think it is? I used to cocktail waitress. And I did it for years, even as I was acting.
Yeah.
Just because I had this work ethic of like, I must always work and make money and stay busy and network.
You're a hustler.
And
It's
now
the
I
New
don't
York- it's a New York
hustle
thing.
like that anymore because I've been teaching mostly, and
Yeah.
that's where the side money comes from.
Yeah.
And anyway, I had a point to this. Oh, because I used to work till 2 a.m.
Yeah.
and I knew that was never me. I mean, I'd be at work yawning while serving drinks, right?
I mean,
so
I
I'm
would
usually wrapping up things by 11, and I'm in bed by midnight usually most nights.
yeah, but that's why I do like 8 to 9, and then like, cool, you can go home. You still have your glass of wine.
That's what I'm
and you can
doing
be-
this evening.
Of course, and then you're gonna pass out hard as shit and have a beautiful morning and be like,
I was gonna bring you a
feel
bottle
pretty.
of wine, and I didn't, and I regret it.
oh man,
Although
we could have gotten drunk, Nala.
I should hear you.
She looks at me like, what?
Although, yeah, I don't like to drink
Yeah,
when I'm being videotaped
yeah.
or anything
That's
like
weird,
that.
right?
So, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
Beautiful. Look, she's joining us.
Yeah, she makes a guest appearance every episode.
She does?
Yeah, usually she'll come up. She'll be like, "Hey,
Oh,
what's up?" Sometimes she'll get bored and she won't come up.
Oh, I think she wants to come up. She knows how to jump.
Yeah, she
But
does.
it's probably best she doesn't jump right
No,
now, or
she'll
she'll
be
be
all right.
licking the microphone and me.
Hey, Nala, what's up? She's playing a cajon. Yeah, I don't
A
know.
little drummer dog.
It's good. It's good that I don't know that we've dove into this little journey. And right now it's time for some hot seat questions.
Oh, exciting. Okay.
Nala,
Is this like one of those rounds where you say
kind of.
up or down, blue or red, pasta or rice, and then you have to answer very
I
quick?
want you to give me an answer. I don't want you to just.
Oh, you have questions ready.
I do have questions ready.
Has every guest gotten the same question?
No.
Okay, because I want to
Okay.
be special.
Would you rather just be friends forever with someone you fucking love, right? Like you want to be with them, or
Damn, you went deep.
marry a person that you don't really like?
Well, that's a no-brainer.
Really? I mean, it's not like you don't really like them, but you don't love them. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I'm not marrying anyone I don't love. That's for sure. I think I've waited
can
long
love
enough
somebody
to
and not
find
like
love.
'em.
You're right. It's called lust. You fall in love too
It's
damn
true.
fast,
It
and then
happens
you
to me a
make
lot.
stupid choices. No, I would rather live a happy life and laugh with someone and be friends with someone and maybe not get married and just
Yeah,
enjoy
same.
that person.
same.
Hit me with the hard one. Come
Okay,
on.
okay. I'm gonna give you a funny one. Would you rather have a runny nose for the rest of your life, or a cough after every word,
That's awful. Runny nose. I feel like I have that now.
or a cough?
When you work out, do you have to blow your nose constantly?
I used to, not anymore.
You changed your diet.
Something about food, yeah.
Something
I
about
don't know
food.
what the fuck it was.
All
It was
right.
something.
We'll have to have this conversation.
I don't know what it was either, but it was something I was eating. But I used to be always congested all the time. I hated
Well,
that.
I heard that red wine causes congestion.
It has a lot of sugar.
Well,
so-
I'm not giving up my red wine.
So
Stop
look, runny
convincing me.
nose or cough.
I said runny nose.
Runny nose for sure?
Yeah.
That sounds awful.
No, well, I'd
you got
rather
boogers
not
coming out of your nose
cough
all the time.
after every word.
For the rest of your life.
That would hurt my vocal cords. I'd rather just have a runny nose. It'd be cute.
Also, you could probably plug it.
You can plug it. Yeah. I walk around with tissues now all the time. It's no difference. Okay.
All right.
I feel like that was TMI.
Yeah. No, that's good. Would you rather... Oh, we've had way worse ones. Like, would you rather eat shit... What is it?
Where do you find these?
I don't know. It was would you rather eat chocolate flavored shit or shit flavored chocolate?
Chocolate flavored shit. If it's chocolate flavored shit, then it's chocolate.
Yeah.
I'd rather have
like
that.
Shit.
But you didn't say that.
Or shit flavored chocolate. It's shit, but it tastes just like chocolate.
See, I'm too logical. I think through everything. I validate. I justify.
Like, you know what? It's going to be, at the end of the day, it's fucking cacao. All right? So I'm going to eat that shit.
I like cacao nips.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
Would you rather burn to death or drown to death?
Jesus Christ. You went hardcore fast. But they're awful.
Both. But which one?
I don't want neither, but I guess I'd take a fire just because I don't know how to swim.
You would rather burn to death than drown to death.
I've heard that drowning is a terrible death, and I've heard this from people that have clairvoyant, psychic abilities.
I think they're full of shit. Burning to death?
I think Joan of Arc had it rough, but I also think that drowning is shitty too.
Yeah, it is going to be shitty.
You gave me two shitty choices. You didn't give me two choices where one is clearly better than the other, like the other questions.
That's what the first one was, yeah.
Go back to your old format.
Okay, let's go to some current events.
Two that are very different, please. Yeah.
Going into current events.
Are we watching Netflix now? What is?
No, Netflix. This is one of our current events. Is now officially worth more. I
believe it. And you know what needs to happen, Rick? We need to have a conversation about how these platforms are getting their ratings. Because actors are not seeing residuals on this money. And the residuals is what keeps us alive and fed during lulls.
I've been fucked hard on residuals.
I'm sorry to hear that. How are you feeling now?
I mean, still walking with a limp. They call it quote unquote new media. For those of you who don't know, actors, like, we get paid every time our shit gets shown. Like, for example, for me, commercials are a big part of my money makers. So the reason why residuals get people by is because every time they air it, they have all these airings. We get a percentage of the money that they pay for that. So,
and this is on an incremental chart. We need to educate people because people think you get thousands every time it plays. No. It incrementally decreases as time goes on.
Exactly.
Yeah,
they've thought this shit through. But now, since we're going into new media, which is like online, like, for example, I did a commercial recently that aired on Hulu and Netflix or whatever for like 6 months, and I only made like $5-10 grand off of it, maybe, before taxes. So I'm like, $5-10 grand, and they gave me this buyout for like new media, which is like $2 grand
before taxes.
Yeah,
I see that.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah.
The more money you make, the more taxes they take, and then you have to commission your agent.
They take
maybe your manager
of my fucking money.
It's tough. And you also don't have any dependents. You gotta get married, have kids. Let's go.
I got Nala. Look at Nala over there.
You do have Nala. All right, she's your little dependent.
Yeah. So Netflix now is worth more than Comcast and Disney.
I see. Is this the hot topic, and we're discussing this?
Yeah. So, but that's just kind of crazy to me. It's never been like that.
All
Disney.
Right,
it's worth $153.1 billion.
They're making their own content, but see, I wonder if that includes Disney and all of its enterprises, because there's.
But this is their shares.
Disney and Comcast. I don't know.
It's their shares. I don't know. Okay. Comcast.
Well, good for Netflix. I mean,
that's crazy. I don't know. It's weird.
They work out many deals, right? So they've brought back so many old shows. They've recreated shows. They have their own content.
Yeah, it's true. Arrested Development they're doing right now, right?
Yeah. Oh, I love that show.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy. Jason Bateman's great.
He's so great.
I feel like he's just a nice person. Did you see Ozarks?
Because
I haven't seen it. I heard it's really good.
It's so good.
I haven't seen a lot of shit.
A scene came to me. You see how visceral it was?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I like that word. I've been using that word a lot. Visceral.
Because you're owning your spirituality now.
Look at me owning my spirituality.
You're a different man, Rick. I'm very pleased with your evolution.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Check this out.
Now we're talking about furniture.
No, now we're talking about that's an ad. Dozens of black holes found at a galactic center. Do you know anything about space, Gloria?
A little bit. I like the movie Gravity. and I like the show Cosmos. I don't know too much about it. What's going on with this black hole?
Apparently, they found 12 black holes at the center of the Milky Way. Our galaxy.
Well, I believe that we're not the only existing thing, and there's
things
out there that are mysterious.
The theory is that behind this black hole is another galaxy with billions of other black holes, would have billions of other galaxies inside of those black holes, and it goes for fucking ever.
I believe that. Of course. Interesting.
How insignificant does that make? It makes me feel so like, I don't know.
Well, it makes me feel like I better cherish what I have because
It's also special. Like,
that's what I mean.
you're a
Like we
fucking
have.
person.
This is pretty cool what we have. There's
We're-
a lot of places where life doesn't exist.
We're basically on the beach of the universe, right? We're like at the Bahamas.
Yeah.
During summertime, we got fucking palm trees.
Yeah, we're a little spoiled here in
We got
LA.
Cinnabon.
Yeah. We got Cinnabon. We got a lot of things
We
out
got
here that are
organic
pretty
coffee.
cool.
It's good to be human.
Yeah, of course.
I'd rather be human than some fucking planet.
Yeah, I was thinking about that on the drive to your studio today. I was like, I got a good life and I got to be grateful because like every day is different for me. You know, I'm not going to a 9-to-5 job. You know, every day I wake up and I think I know my day, but then I get last minute things. I'll get a last minute audition or a last minute student or
meeting.
And then and then I'm just moving around and shaking and grooving and it's cool.
How do you think your 13-year-old self would feel about Gloria of today?
Oh, what an interesting question. I think she'd be happy. Yeah. I mean, I never saw myself living in LA. I never wanted to.
What were you into like when you were 13?
When I was 13, New Kids on the Block. Damn,
NKOTB.
you made me age myself.
NKOTB.
New Kids on the
They're
Block.
still
What else?
fucking
Saved by the Bell was on
Backstreet
TV.
Boys are back. I don't know if you heard about that. They're on tour and they're killing it.
They are?
Yes.
Backstreet Boys. Wait,
no, Backstreet's back.
Backstreet's back. All right. See, you remember too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
Yeah. Well, I saw that Ellen recently had NSYNC on.
Yeah, they're all coming back. The boy bands are back. K-pop brought it back.
I don't know how I feel about boy bands coming back.
I mean, they're man bands kind of now. Man band.
I don't know how I feel about that. It's like,
But they're
I just
good.
want
They're good singers.
music. Just
Yeah, they're
bring
good
me some
singers.
good content. And
We could
I'm
do without the
happy.
dancing, I guess.
I love to dance.
No, I'm saying with them, like the choreograph, like.
Oh yeah, well they're getting older and
That's what I'm
a
saying,
little heavier,
Just
and
chill.
yeah, I'm just like, okay, if you're gonna come back,
That's a pudgy Backstreet
yeah,
Boy.
think about your public image here,
Yeah.
right? If I have to, you should
Yeah.
too, right?
Come on, man. You can't walk around like that.
Oh my.
What were you into? Just New Kids on the Block and chilling? You weren't into like acting or anything?
I wasn't acting, but I didn't think I was gonna do it for a living. I actually wanted to be a doctor most of my life.
Well, you played one.
I
Or
played
like
one
a-
on TV.
yeah,
Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
But then I honestly didn't decide to become an actress till I was 17. And I had to
Interesting.
choose a major in college. And I thought, I'd rather major in something I love and I'm good at. You know?
Yeah, fuck it.
Although the days that I'm not acting, I'm like, I should have been a doctor.
Think about how stressful it might be to be a doctor, though.
You know what's funny? I went to the dentist yesterday and she and I had the same conversation. She was like, I can't do what you do. And I said, well, I can't do what you do.
Yeah.
But she said, Gloria, if I had to accept failure on a daily basis, I would not handle it well. I would get upset all the time.
Yeah.
And I said, well, failure's part of the game.
Yeah.
You know, rejection is
A big part
common
of it. Yeah.
in acting, but that's not what feeds your soul. What feeds
Yeah.
your soul is the actual performance of that
Yeah.
audition. So you're like,
That's
I'm
what
good.
should feel it. Yeah, feel
Yeah.
it. That's, I think, where everybody gets it twisted, right? Because like a lot of times you'll go in there being expecting a part instead of being like, I'm just gonna go show my dance. You know what I mean? And you go
Yeah.
in there and be like, this is what I think this is. And if they're like, yo, that's cool. Like,
Then they'll pay you for it.
exactly. But I just feel like nobody's gonna do your dance like you do your dance. You know what I mean? And you know what I mean? Like,
I love that. Put that on a t-shirt. No one's going to do your dance like you do your dance. Yeah.
have a little dude getting down. They're not, you know, no one's going to shine their light like you shine your light. And when you come
Yeah.
in there and you do your work in your own way and you're just trying to fucking play and create something.
You know what I've gotten into lately? Flowers.
I like flowers.
Because flowers have energy and have vibrancy. And they raise the energy in your room. You need a plant.
I need a lot of plants. I was actually thinking about that. I'm going to put them right there. I even put a place for them.
Do your research because there
Yeah.
are some plants that actually clean the air around
Yeah.
you. So yeah.
You knew you walked in today. It smelled like Palo Santo. So it's like,
I liked it.
I get this
Actually,
shit
it smelled
smudged.
good.
Yeah.
It smelled holy.
Yeah,
No wonder
exactly.
it's called Palo Santo.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
supposed to like
For those of
release
you who
bad
don't speak
energies.
Spanish, that means holy
Yeah.
saint.
Holy, yeah. Holy,
holy
no,
stick.
holy stick. Holy
Palo
stick.
Santo. Holy stick.
Holy stick.
That's very funny. Holy
All right,
stick
I
would
want
be
you to look into
something
the
else.
future,
Okay.
Gloria. This is the future. This is where we're going, and I want to know
Well,
how you feel about
robots?
it. This is how they look
You
now.
know what? Nothing will ever take away humanity, human touch. This conversation, I'm enjoying this.
Yeah,
Right?
but still, what I just mean is like, let me see. Let me fucking pause this guy. We can't hear this damn thing. This is what we're gonna get back to that, but this is what I think is gonna. I think that robots. Look how fucking real this thing looks. He's going for a jog.
What is is this? What am I looking at?
He's a robot.
Dynamics.
They're a company who just develops robots.
Oh, this is not a video game we're looking
No,
at?
no,
This
no.
is a real robot?
Yeah, it's a real robot. He's jumping over logs and shit. Look how real the fucking thing
Well,
is.
I do think it's cool that robotics has gotten to this point because hopefully it can be helpful.
Well, these things are running on their own. Nobody's controlling it.
What?
It
But it's been programmed to run on its own, right?
Exactly. Yeah, but no, but so like, for example, the little one, this one's jumping over obstacles. It can scan.
But you know that where this might be useful? The military.
Exactly. But look at this thing. So this thing.
That's creepy, though. I
It
don't
does
like
its
that
own
dog.
thing. It doesn't. Nobody's controlling it. It's navigate the entire lab autonomously.
There's a movie where these dogs like kill
Avoids
people.
obstacles.
Have you seen this movie?
No.
I just saw it. I don't remember
Climbs
the
stairs.
name of it.
It knows where everything's at. What I think is going to happen is they're going to eliminate all like jobs that nobody wants to do. Robots.
Well, okay, so this is the problem. We need more farmers, right? Like, it's great that we're evolving technology, but we also need to feed the mouths on the planet, right?
But I think robots can do that shit too. This is what I mean. I think the arts are what's going to be the future because.
Stop scaring me.
Well, I just think artistic interpretation is not going to be. You can't create that.
Let's talk about happy things.
Well, it's good. It is a happy thing because
yeah.
you're in the field of creating, and I feel like that's going to be the currency. When everything is run by robots, humanity is and spiritual, like our own creative interpretation as humans is going to be the only thing that separates us from a machine.
Hopefully they won't be able to achieve emotion.
I don't think they will on a level that there's something weird that connects all humans. There's a weird thing. What's the worst thing you could do to a person? Put him in solitary confinement. There's a weird thing that connects all us humans.
AI is getting too far.
I think it's already on, and it's just not telling us.
I agree. There's things that we're not being told, of course, because it would shock the public, and it'd be a madhouse on Earth.
Have you seen that movie Eagle Eye with Shia LaBeouf?
No.
It's very good. I love that movie.
All right.
Michael Chiklis.
I've been seeing a lot of TV lately just because I joined the TV Academy, but I love movies too.
Then that's cool. I got to do my job as a union member and all these things and vote. I never do.
What?
I mean,
Shame on you for that.
I know.
Well, good. So now you said it publicly. Now everyone knows the truth, and you have to change that about yourself.
Sorry, guys.
I vote.
I never. When I have, but I never like. I'm not consistent about it. Like.
I just feel like if you want the union to work for you and make money, then you've got to.
You owe it a responsibility.
Yeah, and trust me, not everyone's happy with the union, and there's flaws, but
just new media
for the most part, for actors, it does defend us and protect us.
100%.
For the most part.
That's what attracted me to it. I came from music, and as a musician, you get fucked. There's nothing looking after you. There's no like.
I know.
There's no union. There's no like. That's it.
I heard somewhere. Oh,
there's some
not
things
Mary
like
J. Blige. Lauryn Hill. That Lauryn Hill is bankrupt.
Oh,
because they screwed her over or something. Is that true?
Yeah, I don't know. I saw her in concert. I was just talking about her yesterday. Actually, it's
I
very
hope
strange.
that's not true because her music comes on the radio and you think, well, she should be earning cents off this.
Yeah, but
right?
people get fucked, and they have royalties, but their system is not like actors. They're getting fucked real bad. Like, and that's the thing. That's a place we're going to too. Everybody wants free content now. It's really strange.
I know. But meanwhile, we make our living off of that. Yeah.
This is all free though, guys. So take it and get some advertisers to pay for this shit.
You need some sponsors.
Yeah, we will. We'll approach
grow
them soon.
this. Yeah.
We don't want to get there yet because they'll get their greasy little hands in here and be like, "We think you should
and
talk
right now
about
it's
this."
authentic and very special. Well, keep it as long as you can.
Yeah.
Until
I'm gonna keep it the same way. I won't let anybody come in and change it. I won't come. I mean, even if they get the big bucks. Like,
will you still show up to work in tennis shoes and t-shirts and
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. That's what I want to keep.
Comfortable.
This is because I feel like every time you talk to somebody else, it's always like, "Well, Gloria, tell me what else has been going on with you." And you're like, well,
"Yeah, yours is more like a fireside chat."
Yeah, we're just talking.
Yeah. There's no fire.
People can see it.
It's the feeling of that. Is my point. Yeah.
But just so people can get to like hear what maybe there's parallels in their journey where they're like, you know what, I'm fucking going through the same thing in my life. Maybe I got to change something up. I don't know. What do you think? What do you want to leave people off with? What's your message you think people should take home?
Well, we've kept everything so real here tonight. I think I should keep it real too. And
keep it real.
And
New York.
I mean, I want to be motivational as well, but like, here's the thing. Like, this is life. Like, Rick and I have been talking tonight about the highs and lows of our business, the interesting aspects of the business, and we've talked about other life stuff too. But like, this is us. We are actors. We're not on set all day long, unless we're very, very lucky, right? Life is not glamorous, right? We are just very real.
Yeah.
And First of all, I love that because that's what keeps me humble enough to do my work. And I think I do good work. So like, I just need to live a real life in order to be able to access those feelings. So for any artist out there who is struggling, it's almost better because that struggle is what keeps you hungry. Yeah. And, you know, sometimes I don't have that hunger. Like if life is pretty smooth, you know, because I don't like conflict. I try to stay away from problems if I can. But my point is that when I had that hunger, I was hustling all the time, right? Yeah. So the hunger is a good thing.
Yeah. What's bad for your heart is good for your art. You know?
Look at that. We never even talked much about diet. We stayed on other topics. Is our hour over?
Yep, we got up to an hour. This concludes our therapy session, Gloria.
Aww. And I told you for free.
I told you it would fly by.
I don't even see a clock. Where do you see a clock?
On the top. You see the numbers on the top where the red line is going.
Oh, we're over an hour.
Yeah.
We're running overtime now.
No, we're good. It doesn't have to be. We just try to keep it an hour.
But I do want to give a shout out and say that, you know, people could find me on
Yeah. No, what's your IG? What's your thing? What's your handle? I'll put it in the video too.
Oh, that's sweet of you. So it's my first and last name, Gloria Garayua, Garayua.
At Gloria Garayua.
On everything, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And also, if anybody needs private coaching, that's what I do.
Yeah, bring your kids.
I'm an acting teacher.
We're out here in LA.
I have some adults too.
And you bring your ass too.
Oh,
and your kid.
I was about to tell you, but it's technically not hasn't happened yet. But I have someone who's test dealing for Power Rangers.
Ooh.
An adult. Yeah.
What?
But I shouldn't say much more because I don't think he's actually had the test deal yet. So but I'm excited. So I help adults as well. So
fucking Power Rangers.
So thank you, Rick, for having me on your show and choosing me to be your guest tonight.
What are you talking about? Yeah.
Well, I feel very special because there's so many people. Do you always have Latino actors?
No, I have a little bit of everything. Whoever's just friends of mine. I just want to talk to people, you know what I mean? And have an hour.
Nice excuse. I haven't seen you in so long.
That's what I'm saying. It's a nice excuse. Might as well document the shit and share it with the world. They're going to be like, oh.
We should do it again in what time frame to see how we've changed and what things we talk about.
4 months. That's a little bit. Yeah, 4 months. 6 months.
That's only September.
So what? Okay, 6 months. After your birthday.
All right.
Okay, after your birthday. We'll see how you feel after your birthday.
We'll see if I'm wearing a half top.
Yeah.
A crop top.
And we'll see if you've cut your hair.
Yeah. I know my team doesn't want me to cut it, but I'm like, hair grows Gloria. Back.
Yeah, it's all good. All right, y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you, Gloria. You're good. That's about it, guys. We're signing off. I'll see you guys
Bye, guys.
next week.
Thanks for listening.
See ya.